Sure we're going through, so I thought I'd skip this trip because Cinder's not making it easy.
Please. Speak being in the middle of your face. I'd rather see your face. You sorted it, huh?
How are you?
Well, let me congratulate you.
Thanks, man.
What a
Thanks.
fantastic achievement.
Thanks very much.
Hey, Sylvie! Let me congratulate you. You're one of those guys who's consistent, eh? James, you're still there. Consistent leadership is important. Now we just need James to give us consistent leadership, eh?
No, Nick, do you want to sit here and I'll sit there? Nick, do you want to sit here and I'll sit there? I'll sit there.
Doesn't matter.
No, wait a bit. Yeah, you can.
Just move these drinks a bit here.
Let it hang. But you can't talk like that. I can't hear what you're saying. No, man. Let it hang. But I see that it is there.
I find.
No, I don't. Who would I?
What do you want to do? Definitely. Ja, ja.
Okay, let's see. Is this, oh, so we're not speaking actually loud through here, just for the cameras. Okay. Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I think the last time I attended a press conference this popular was in Japan, 1992, Hokkaido, where the Olympic marathon will be held, and the late Michael Scout won the men's division over there. It was an incredibly exciting time, and this is one of those very exciting times. Before I go into about the actual race, just to welcome a few people, and I think it's an opportune time for us to give congratulations to the man who has just been elected the new president of Athletics South Africa, James Molloy. Also like to welcome the president of EP Athletics, Selby Tabeti, over there. Thank you, Selby. We also have the Nedbank sponsorship manager, Kelly. Thank you very much. And we also have Nick over here, who has done so much for road running in South Africa, and particularly for Nedbank over the past decade or so. Also to the representatives from the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, other representatives of Nedbank, also Michael Mbambani, who's been quite responsible in putting on a few things here, bringing sponsors into the sport and so forth. He's done a fantastic job in Eastern Province, so a big thank you to him. I don't know about the rest of you, but you know, it's been a difficult year, 15 months for all of us, and especially for the runners. You know, you not only have your races, which you're training for, taken away from you, but sometimes your livelihood as well, because you rely on those races, you know, to earn prize money and incentives and so forth. So it's been a very difficult time, and we're sensing that there is light at the end of the tunnel. 3 weeks ago, we hosted a very successful Nelson Mandela Bay half marathon here in Port Elizabeth, which actually proved to be a great test case for this Nedbank Runified Breaking Barriers 50-kilometer that is going to take place this weekend. And I can sense the excitement, having spoken to a lot of the athletes outside, seeing the great quality of athletes that we've got here. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to introduce a few people who are going to tell us a little bit more about the event, the motivation behind the event, and so forth. And the first person I'd like to call up is the lady who's going to tell us all about the Nedbank Runified Breaking Barriers series, what they're doing for elite athletes, what they're doing for supporting small businesses. So let's welcome the sponsorship manager of running at Nedbank, Kelly Thompson. Thank you.
Thanks, Alec. Good afternoon, everyone. As a proud supporter of running in South Africa, Nedbank is thrilled to announce that we will be hosting the Nedbank Runified Breaking Barriers 50-kilometer world record attempt. Last year, we launched a virtual series called the Runified series, where we offered an opportunity to anyone who wanted to stay fit during the COVID period and healthy and win spot prizes. We also offered an opportunity to our elite athletes who could compete in monthly races and earn some prize money due to the fact that a lot of them had lost income because of races being cancelled and events being cancelled. This, we didn't realize what a massive success it would be, and we became the biggest running virtual running club in Africa, and therefore it was a no-brainer to carry on with the Nedbank Runified series in 2021. At the beginning of the year, with the help of Nick Bester and the support of ASA, we brainstormed and spoke about a few things and decided to put a race together where we invited all athletes around the world to come and participate and to break a world record and have an opportunity to win some prize money. And as I said, you know, with a lot of events being cancelled, have an opportunity to earn some money. Not only have athletes been affected by the global pandemic, there have also been small businesses that have been hard hit. And, you know, being a bank and working with different businesses, Nedbank identified 34 small businesses that are banked by Nedbank, and we've offered them an opportunity to advertise and get brand exposure during the Nedbank Runified race that's happening this weekend. So we're very proud to be supporting that as well. I just want to say from Nedbank, a huge, massive thank you to Nick Best and his team, to ASA, to EPA, to the Nelson Mandela municipality, and to the IAU. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal. The support has been phenomenal. It's been great working with everyone, and I'm really, really proud and really, really excited for this race that is happening on Sunday. And last but not least, I wish all the athletes the very best. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone running and racing and having fun, and hopefully we break a record this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kelly, and thank you for your support of road running and the athletes. The next person I'm going to introduce is a person I can call a friend, a person I can call an arch rival, a person I used to be enemies with. We used to bump shoulders every now and again in the races. I'm proud to say that I was undefeated in Port Elizabeth. We only raced here once. And I think I lost the other 39 races outside of Port Elizabeth. But we all know Nick as a tenacious competitor. But what is actually marvelous to see is his passion for the sport, for coaching, and for the work he's doing with the athletes. And it's amazing. I think it's been since the late 90s that you've been involved in this type of role, if I'm not mistaken. So over 20 years. That is a lot of time to be involved in sport, and we appreciate everything that Nick has done. So let's hear a little bit from Nick Bester.
Yes, thank you, Alec. You know, if just thinking about history, it's so strange that history repeats itself. Me and Alec ran on the same course as 50 is going to be on Sunday. We raced down here in a mile in 34 years ago. And needless to say, I ran 4:14 for the mile, but was way too slow to beat Alec. So that is history repeating, same course, same panel on the front. So great. Guys, I just want to say a true welcome to all the athletes. For me, this race is about the athletes. That is why we put it together. And I want you to see yourself. It doesn't matter if you're wearing yellow or green or red or black or blue. You must see yourself as a team. Because we've got one goal, one main goal on Sunday, and that is breaking barriers, to breaking the world record. Guys, go for it. Go flat. Give you opportunity. We've got a world-class team here. We've got the South Africans. We want the South Africans to succeed and run in this race and do well. We've got our African brothers and sisters who's going to support us. The Kenyans, Ethiopians, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Lesotho. And they're also our, say, forefathers or ancestors from Europe. Wij hier, Mazarova, Dominika Stelnach, due to COVID, it's very difficult for the rest of the Europeans to travel to South Africa. So please, run as a team. Go for that record. Be part of history. That you can say, everybody, if one of us break the record on Sunday, we all have won. All the athletes, the whole team, Athletics South Africa, IAU, EPA, everybody's involved in the sport. Then also, I just want to say that it is unbelievable what Nelson Mandela Municipality has contributed to this race. And with the help of Mr. Michael Mbabani, who initiated, it's expensive. It's expensive to put a race together like this. And every time you get an invoice, it's just double the amount that you thought it's going to be. And we've been assisted by the Nelson Mandela municipality. Nedbank did the bulk of the, cover the bulk of the cost, but it was not for Nelson Mandela municipality who wouldn't have been able to put on this race. So thank you very much. Coming back to the team, to put on a race like this is very easy with a team like we had in Nelson Mandela Bay. With a team like Leverage, Nedbank, the people doing the live streaming, Irene van Eden, EPA, the technical advisor, Norrie Williamson with the IAU. I'm going to forget some names now, I know, but ASA. We sat down with Mr. President way before this race and start planning on this race. So I know he had some inside information against what's going to happen on the elections. That's why he assisted us so much. No, but thank you very much. It's like I said, it's a team effort. You can't do it with other people helping you. There's 4 reasons why we put a race in PE. Firstly, in 1986, Zetelele Cinque ran 2 hours, 8 minutes and 4 seconds on a marathon in PE. Still the fastest marathon ever on South African soil. The second in the race was Willie here yet, Matolo. And in case, there's Willie. Willie was second, I think, 2:08:15 or 14. So it was a great race. So that's one of the reasons. This is the venue to run a world-class time. Secondly, is the organization skills that I've been touched just before, with the EPA and with their helpers like Irene van Eden. And then thirdly, it is the weather. If the weather plays along, we're definitely on for a race. And I can tell you now that I've checked this weather report since the last 10, 12 days, and the weather report stays the same. Yeah, Friday will be bad, Sunday will be good. So we believe in that. And then I just wanted to tell the athletes, please don't, when you finish with the race and you've done your best, then you achieved. I can just tell us quickly a story. We paddled in the sea in Plettenberg Bay, and then we've been plagued by sharks, and then we plagued by winds, and then we plagued by big waves. And what we always tell each other is we're going to go slowly to Robberg Point. And if we come back, elke man for himself, victory or death. So when you're running in the race, victory or death, have that in your mind, and then you will achieve and run your best race. Thank you very, very much.
Thanks very much, Nick. I can confirm I've spoken to the weather gods. The wind will be quite gentle on Sunday. And just to tell you a study that I remember reading on the study many, many years ago from America, that if a wind of 10 to 12 kilometers an hour is better than no wind at all. And it seemed, you won't believe that, but the energy cost to displace still air is the same energy cost as if you're running into a 10 to 12 kilometer an hour headwind. So now when you turn around, you get the tailwind, you don't have to displace air anymore, and therefore you get the benefits. So you've got the perfect weather on Sunday, because it's going to be 10 to 12 kilometers an hour, and we hope that you will chase these records, and we do want to confirm that they are the IAU world records. So the first record being chased for 150,000 Rand bonus is that of the late Thompson Magawana, 2:43:38, set in the 2 oceans. I must just remind you, he was a 2:10 marathoner, but set in the 2 Oceans Marathon over a few hills, a few small hills down there in the Cape. You can ask Gerda, she's run up them once or twice. And then the ladies' record, 3 hours, 7 minutes and 20 seconds. We do know that Des Linden has run a little bit faster, but that has not been ratified as yet. So the sponsors and organizers of this event have put up the incentive for the 3 hour 07:20. So I encourage all of you athletes, because what's also very important, if you run a fantastic race, a fantastic time, and records are broken, there is more publicity. And that is what excites sponsors and organizers to bring more events like this back to Port Elizabeth or to South Africa. So without further ado, let me now introduce to you our new ASA President, Mr. James Baloyi, to talk to us about the benefits of events like this to athletics and running as a whole. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is James Molloy, the new president of Athletics South Africa. Those who know me, I was the chairperson of road running last week, if I'm not mistaken, 2 weeks back. So now I'm a new president. So we've got a new guy, Mr. Enoch Skosana. He's a new chairperson. Don't trouble me anymore. You must trouble him. Good afternoon. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to acknowledge the following people. The president of EP, Mr. Selby Tabete, and your entire board members, if you are here today, thank you very much, and for assisting us to organize this event. And the chairperson of ASA Road Running Commission, Mr. Enoch Skosana, can you stand up so that I can see you? Okay, thank you very much. And then the sponsors and representatives from Nedbank head office, Kelly Thomas, thank you very much. Mr. Nick Bester, our managers for 50-kilometer team and Athlete Club. Nick, thank you. Running community, representative of local committee, and media, and ladies and gentlemen. We are totally delighted that Nedbank has come forward to sponsor the 50-kilometer record chase series. Actually, have rescued us as Athletics South Africa because we were battling to stage these events. But thank you very much for organizing these events. I so wish if this event can stay here for a long time. But we'll speak to you afterwards, immediately after this race. ASA is a full pride of this initiative as it will boost the morale of the athletes who are nature ultra-distance runners. As we all know, running had been put on hold due to the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. That affected the big races which normally attract big numbers. But I think we are going to continue to attract most, we are going to organize more races now going forward. I just want to give you that surety. As well as we know that running has been put on hold, history tells us that it was the Claremont that the late Thomas Makawane set the 50-kilometer record in 1988 after he has broken the course record by 6 seconds in 1987 at the 2 Ocean Marathon. The current record of 2 hours 43 seconds 50 seconds set in Claremont also shattered in the course record. As we are assembled here as a family, we know that elite athletes from all over the world will come and join us for the record-breaking event. We believe this event will suit especially those who take part in the standard marathon, ultra marathon. Athletes from all over the world who are allowed by the representative country to travel and who meet South African COVID-19 requirement will be part of the race on Sunday, which we are treating as a special occasion. We are confident and also believe that the condition will be conducive for athletes to achieve the set target of breaking 33-year-old record. We also thank all the partners, stakeholders who have been working behind the scene to make this day a success. Especially thanks to the Nelson Mandela Metro for allowing the extension of the partnership with Athletics beyond the SA Half Marathon Championship that they have been hosting for the past years in partnership with all our members in Eastern Cape Athletics and other local partners. It is partnership that has always present and brilliant event for ASA. I also thank all sub-sponsors who also joined up with all partnership in contributing to this initiative, good initiative. Let us not forget to thank the police, disaster management, and all volunteers for the anticipation success of the race. The importance of 50-kilometer marathon is twofold. One of them is to chase the record by athletes, while the others is to afford an athletes an opportunity to qualify for the World 50-kilometer Championship in October 2021. We are going to use this race to choose the race, to choose the athletes to go for 2021 World Championship, 50-kilometer. And this young man is going to be the team manager, if I'm not mistaken. On the assuming it's going to take place depending on the state of global COVID pandemic. Added to this race is another critical part of the race is that the standard marathon has been marked for those who are chasing the Olympic qualifying time for Tokyo in Japan. So we are going to use this race, those who are going to pass 42 kilometers, we are going to use this race to elect the team for Tokyo. So those who are going to qualify for the Japan. We trust that these athletes and coaches have prepared for the marathon adequately so that they achieve their set goal. To Nedbank, we look forward to continue partnership with you on this race next year and beyond. I think this time has come to another coffee to discuss to revival of the Nedbank Matter series, which was such a success, if you still remember this one. For those who don't know, of the end of 2026, Nedbank incorporated series of the road running event throughout the road running session in conjunction with the Athletics South Africa as they started in 2007. The series hosted races from 5-kilometer race up to 42 kilometers standard marathon. These were not only popular, but were absolute success. We were witnessing a supreme battle amongst the elite athletes as well as the youth and upcoming talent who completed the shorter distances. I believe we can reintroduce the brand and modernize it where need is. They should not be difficult because of the races are already there. On Sunday, the safety of athletes and officials are our priority. Therefore, COVID-19 should not be taken for granted. It has killed many of our people and it continues to do so, including our loved ones. We must be there abiding for the rules and regulations as published by both government and ASA. These are the protocols that we must follow and they are compulsory for all. ASA will have a compliance officer at the race to make sure that all in order and done according to plan. All local athletes, those coming from other parts of the world, must be tested so that all play part in fighting the spread of COVID. This organizer's role is therefore also vital to ensure that the organization is at the best level and that adhere to all protocol is followed to the letter. The whole country is anxious waiting for the day to come to see going to crown the king and the queen of 50 kilometers in 2021. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Before I introduce the President of EP Athletics, I'd just also like to touch on a couple of things regarding the race. We are very privileged to have both Gerda Steyn and Yvette van Zyl with us. And they achieved something quite special very recently. So I'd also like to say congratulations. Let's show them our congratulations. They both qualified for the Olympic Games Marathon, Gerda Steyn breaking the SA record, which was held by Colleen de Roock for so many years. So well done to those two ladies. You know, we've got a fantastic field, so I've got to be careful of singling out a few people, but I did have the privilege of joining Nick and for dinner the other night, and Dominika Stelmach was there from Poland. She's also run a fantastic marathon very recently, 2:36, so she will be in the equation. Somebody else I want to mention is Ntombisuntu Umfunzi. She's one of the local stars here from the Eastern Cape. She's one of the Nedbank stars. This is a lady who has got a number of gold medals in the two oceans. And the reason I'm mentioning her, besides the fact that she is racing here on Sunday, is that she's also an author. But out of tragic circumstances. She went to a race in the Transkei and stopped to ask somebody for directions. And she was held captive and raped. She managed to escape. And she still went to the race the next day and won it. She went on to stare this guy in the eyes at court. But she has written, I don't want to tell you this whole story. It is, I get goose flesh just thinking about it because I've been involved as a coach in the past and so forth, but I've read this book, I bought this book and I read this book. It is a marvelous book. It's on sale just outside the door with Nick and Nedbank's blessings. So if you would like to support her, she's got a book called Yoyisa, which means overcome. And I can tell you now, it'll be a very inspirational book for any of you to read. So please do try and support that. I would now like to call upon the President of Eastern Province Athletics, Selby Tabeti. Thank you.
Thank you, Program Director. I'm not too sure whether my voice is fine. I'm a little bit taller. Oh, it's not on. Thank you. Everyone, all that we are here, you are already a part of history. Nedbank had sent an invite to say, be the part of the history. We are all here as the part of that history. It's the beginning of that history that is beginning on Sunday. I want to welcome you to the city. I also want to thank the LOC for preparation. I also want to thank Nedbank. I want to thank the Eastern Province Athletics. But on top of all that, I want to thank the city. The city has done a lot. We are here. We are visitors to the city. City has welcomed us. And on Sunday, we'll be running on the city and be a part of that history. Why I'm saying it's a part of, we are the part of the history, we've accepted the invite. I'm saying based on the following reasons. The country is on a lockdown. I'm not too sure whether it's 401 or 402 day. Some people are afraid to run. They are terrified, but we managed to convert that into Runified. And we want to break record. Without that, without you athletes, without you coaches, without everyone, we will be sitting for a day that is unknown. But we know now on the 23rd of May that we want to break record. I want to wish every athlete, every coach, our visitors from another countries to become the part of this event. The invite has been accepted. By being here, you are already part of the history. Let the game begin. I thank everyone.
Thank you very much. And I don't want the men to think that I only speak about the women. So I do want to mention we've got a fantastic field of male runners. 3 of the past Comrades champions. Bongmusa Mthembu also won the 2 Oceans in 2019. David Khatebi, the down run record holder, as well as Edward Matibi. We also got fantastic international visitors from Ethiopia and Kenya. And we are looking forward to an exciting race. Also important to mention that there are, because this race is about trying to get what is a very achievable record as far as we would like to believe. So there are pace setters on the ladies' side, Gerda Stey and Yvette van Zyl, because they both are looking to go to the Olympics. They are going to be setting pace, but they have also, I believe, entered the event. And, so just so that all athletes are aware, if they elect to continue, they are welcome to do so, but I'm not encouraging anybody to do so. I'm just saying that that is the rule. Also in the male section, also like to welcome the chairman, captain and president of the Social Runners Club of South Africa, Adam Lipschitz. He's in the audience. He's been really setting the social media waves as well as the running statistician waves on fire of late, so welcome to him. Also joining him as pace setter is Sipho Mbanya, so those two will be looking after you. If Adam gets a bit carried away, he has run a 61.5 marathon, just tell him to slow down a little bit, I'm sure he will. But the next person I wanted to introduce was from Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, which was Helga van Staden, the MMC of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture. And then we were hoping to have somebody who I don't think has ever missed an event in the last 10 years, our Director of Sport, Charmaine Williams. But it seems that they have been called to an executive meeting with the mayor, and it seems everybody's had to drop everything and go. So I'm going to ask Michael Mbombani if he could just say a few words on behalf of the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gents. There seems to be a little bit of tension here. This is not boxing, it's road running. It's something that we need to enjoy. To the ASA President, James Molloy, yeah, we come a long way. Congratulations and welcome, EPA President Kelly. Pleased to see you, and we've managed to start working so hard in a big bank. Nick, and yeah, Alec. Mine is very short. My interest is road running, athletics, specifically my main role is the interest of the athletes. I can now bet now, Nick, if we come right Sunday, I said we've got 0.01% chance of not coming right. If we can't come right, it can only because of the weather. I don't know how we missed press of not bringing in a reverend in that LOC to start the prayer, the meeting with the prayer and close it with the prayer. Our relationship with the municipality started 12 years ago. And Nick reminded me something, that before us it was Iron Man. And Iron Man is still coming, and it's still continuing, and it's now over 20 years, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Close to 20. We see an opportunity of not missing out on growing the same way the Iron Man has grown. I'm seeing an opportunity of ultra that can pay as close to 700,000 rand in prize money, should we come right on Sunday. And that can actually make our athletes very warm going forward. And that is the only interest we have. And we've had the discussions, and the city is interested. And secondly, we are actually growing on becoming a sporting destination in SA. And we are actually continuously raising our hand as EP Athletics and the city to say, bring it on. We've got the route. We've got a little bit of wind. We've got the sea level routes. And we've got good prize money for the athletes. And that's what counts. And with those few words, may the best athlete on the day win. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much to Michael. I must just say that, you know, he has been a tremendous visionary, leader, passionate athlete himself in his day, coach. One can't say enough good words about what he has done for this province. And surrounding himself by a quality team. If we think of Selby, we think of Alan, we think of Irene, we think of Linda, all of the people who are involved here in the Eastern Cape, doing a fantastic job, and we thank you for that, Michael. Right, we are now going to hopefully try and relax a little bit. We've got through all of the necessary speeches and so forth. I know that the media would like to speak to athletes. What we are going to do is I'm going to ask Gerda Steyn if she wouldn't mind joining me up front here. I hope she was forewarned by Nick. And I'm going to ask Gerda a few questions. And then thereafter, if there are any specific athletes that any of the media want to speak to, because I know sometimes you don't want to all speak to the same person, then you'll have that opportunity to do so, to have photographs for social media or whatever the case may be. Gerda, will you come and join me over here? I'm going to need you to speak into that microphone. Hello and welcome back to Port Elizabeth. So, welcome back after it's only been 3 weeks since we last saw you here. How has the training gone and the recovery since that epic marathon, 2 hours 25?
Good afternoon, everyone, and what a pleasure to be back here. We were here 3 weeks ago. Many of us were here for the half marathon. So even though I was a bit slow then, it's really, really a great pleasure to be back here, and what an honor to be part of this amazing event that everyone here has managed to put together for us as athletes. It's just an honor.
Now, you know that events, races are few and far between. You've experienced some that you were lined up to run, got to get cancelled. You got the opportunity in Italy. You came for the half marathon. You got this. What does this mean to athletes like yourself and all these other athletes sitting out there?
Of course, yes. COVID has affected athletes greatly, with all the races being cancelled, and the fact that it's also been it's the first time that the athletes have experienced something like this. We didn't know how to handle it because we've never been exposed to a situation like this where we haven't got any opportunities, or the opportunities that we do have is very, very there's just a few of them around the world. So having this on our own doorstep, I mean, it's incredible. And just flying, we just landed earlier, and just on the airport and on the aeroplane, the excitement I saw in the runners' eyes there, and it's almost like you can feel the energy bouncing off the athletes having this opportunity. And again, it's unbelievable, and we don't take this opportunity for granted in any way.
Well, we can certainly hear and feel the excitement in your voice, which is great. Final question I'd like to ask, well, not final, penultimate question I'd like to ask you is, you've been involved in Nedbank for a long time. I've been on the sidelines. I've watched the fantastic work Irene van Eden has done down here with the Nedbank Club. I've been at many races where I've seen Nick and his athletes operate. But what really made me sit up and take notice this past 12, 15 months is the way Nedbank has got involved with this Runified series. I think there was something like over 150,000 runners in the Runified series last year. If that can be built upon, I mean, it'd be great. But what does all of that mean to somebody like yourself?
For me, what meant for me the most was the fact that everybody knew that we had a problem. That was obvious. We had all had the same problem. But for me, what meant a lot to be part of Nedbank is the fact that they didn't just see a problem. They all started immediately to look for solutions. And at first, it wasn't even possible to have a room full of people like this. So that's where the virtual run started. And it sort of built an appetite for something like this. And it's just incredible to see how something like that rolled over into becoming a real race like this. And even though it is still within the restrictions that we have to follow, we don't have the crowd support that we normally would have, and that would mean a lot to athletes. And you know what it's like when you're feeling tired, but you've got the support of your fans and people that's interested along the route. So we do understand that there are still some protocols that we have to follow, but this is the first, and it's also the fact that it's a brand new, it's something that that started from a bad situation. This is what people will remember from this race as well. It's something positive that came out of a very, very tough situation, and for that I feel very proud to be a part of it.
Thanks. And now the final question. Let's go a little bit more personal. We've got the Olympics not too far away. How's the preparation going? Excited? Looking forward to it?
It's been really funny, actually, because every time I say that I'm pacing for the 50-kilometer race, people don't seem to believe me. So I don't know. But preparation has been going really well. After my previous marathon, that was about a month ago, I've been really focusing on recovering well and just sort of getting back into fitness again now. So this is for me, of course, a big stepping stone, and it will be also a tough workout for me on Sunday. But I'll be using this 50% for, of course, for my own training, but the other 50% I really want to contribute to the race, and if I can help into setting the pace for as long as I can for the athletes going for the world record, it will be my honor. And I feel like it is in a way that I can give back with all the support that I receive from all of you. So I'm really hoping that I can make a difference to to those going for the world record on Sunday. And I want to wish you the best of luck and, yeah, Godspeed.
Thank you very much, Gerda. Thanks a lot. And to think, this is the wonders of this wonderful sport. 6 or 7 years ago, Gerda was in Dubai, went down to the local running club, went for a run with the local members there at 6 minutes 30 per kilometer. And suddenly, the running bug bit. It just shows you what can be achieved with this wonderful sport of road running. Nedbank, we thank you for putting on this extremely fantastic event. We thank you for the support of the athletes. ASA, EPA, we thank you. Nelson Mandela Bay, we thank you as well. Would the media like to speak to any of the athletes? You're welcome to. We're going to ask the athletes just to stay around for 5 or 10 minutes. If any of the media would like to speak to any of the athletes, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, are we ready to adjourn?
Just tell the athletes important tomorrow's technical meeting 9:30. We're going to have 2 rooms.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So tomorrow morning at 9:30 is the technical meeting. It is compulsory that you attend. It's all the COVID protocol and so forth. It worked fantastically well at the half marathon here 3 weeks ago. Enoch will attest to that. It was quite amazing seeing how disciplined the athletes were and how smooth that went. So compliments to the people who implemented that. Technical meeting tomorrow, which will tell you everything you need to know about the event. Anything else?
And the registration starts tonight, 6 o'clock, and tomorrow.
Okay. Registration from 6 o'clock this evening, and it continues tomorrow. So just let me ask the athletes just to remain for a few minutes to see if there's any media who would like to chat to anybody. Otherwise, we can adjourn. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Smashed it.